Good afternoon, 4th Squad. My name is Sergeant Edelin. I'm here with Sergeant Johnson. We're going to do an kind of an impromptu video of setting up the oxygen acetylene tanks and doing some cutting here on some metal. And from there, we're going to transfer over into doing a butt weld. And we're going to break down 2 different welding rods and explain what each number on the welding rods mean. I guess Sergeant Johnson is going to start out by checking for leaks on the acetylene tank by using soapy water. And he's going to check and see if there's any bubbles or anything that appears. And he's doing this after the lines have been charged. And you would also do the same for the oxygen tank, which is sitting behind it.
And you will also do it on all the fittings, just to make sure that you see don't have any leaks.
Yeah, you go ahead. Spray on there.
And doing the leaks, just spray. And these are your check valves, which prevents blowback to make sure you don't have no fire doesn't go back into your tanks. And also too, I want to explain about the tanks also too. Before one of these, you have 5 plugs on here, 2 at the top and 3 at the bottom. And before this thing will explode, these safety plugs will melt away and it could shoot a flame as high as 50 feet in the air. But luckily, nothing hasn't happened during my career. And as you see on top, I'm getting over there. God dang it. I'm getting old. This is the you can see this oxyacetylene regulator, and this is check valve. This is the hose, and see, and we use the spread for and we use check for leaks also too. Now your working pressure is between 30 between 20 and 30 pounds of pressure. If that needs to go higher, it depends on how thick the metal is. Also, too, when you put it in working configuration, you want to make sure that your valve, the working pressure is all the way out, top of the bottle, and your acetylene is at a 1/4 turn.
Sergeant Johnson is about to cut 1/4-inch thick metal. He's already cleaned the orifices on the welding tip.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to crack the acetylene a 1/4 turn, just like you do on the oxygen bottle. Light it. You want to get as much carbon out as you can. And your oxygen is screwed all the way, is turned all the way out, the same as your oxygen bottle. This is the trick is, you're adjusting with your dressing screw. For welding, you want to make sure your tips or your cones are round, not pointed and not light blue.
Sergeant Johnson is adjusting the cone to the proper.
Not ready, still not ready. When you cut, if you're right-handed, you cut from right to left. If you're left-handed, you cut from left to right. Take the torch, run it down.
He's heating up the metal before he cuts to ensure a clean cut. Notice how he's bracing his body to make sure that he's comfortable so that he can keep a steady hand when he cuts. the differences in two different types of welding rods.
Right. Yes, this is the 6011 welding rod. This is the basic rod. This is the basic mild steel rod. What the 60 stands for 60,000 pounds square inch. What the 1 represents all position: overhead, flat, horizontal, overhead, and vertical. And if this was a 2, it's useful like flat and horizontal only. If it was a 3, 1 position, flat only. This is 718, the same principle. It can 7,000 pounds per square inch, all position, AC or DC polarity. One other thing too, a 6011 burns on both AC and DC. Most educators say use it on AC, but I prefer to use it on DC because it's cooler. But it's a great working rod. Whereas its cousin, which is the 6010, is a DC rod only. Here, this is your stainless steel rod, the 308. That's the grade. What the 308 is used for, you weld the grade of stainless steel between 301 and 304. If the grade of the stainless steel is higher, you have to use a higher grade rod, or whatever the manufacturer suggests. But it definitely has to be higher. You always want to weld stainless steel with a higher with the highest grade rod. Also, too, with the stainless steel rod, you can always weld stainless steel and mild steel, but you can't weld with a mild steel rod on stainless steel. That concludes the rod introduction. This is I'm going to weld your basic butt joint, nothing special. I'm going to use a 6011 as my root bead. We always want to use a 6011 to tack it in place, and from end to end and in the middle to keep it from moving. And when you're welding a butt joint, you always want it to be either bevel or an 1/8 inch gap. That's so you will have the proper penetration. And then I'm going to come along with the 7018 and cover half that bead. When you weld a butt joint on thick plate, always use your 6011 as your string. They call it like a stringer bead or your root bead. You run it straight down the middle. And but before you begin your welding process, but make sure that you tack it in place to keep it from moving. And there are different motions with this rod. Some people use the O shape. Some people go from side to side. Or I like the crescent E motion. All right, I'm going to start the welding process.
Right now, Sergeant Johnson is tacking.
Try to get the metal as clean as possible. Start with the fresh rod. Now I'm going to run my bead.
After a successful tack, Sergeant Johnson is going to lay the root bead.
Come on.
After laying the root bead, Sergeant Johnson is going to cover half of the bead with the 7018.
Right.
And 2 overlapping welds. The root bead was done with the 6011 welding rod, and the 2 overlapping passes was done with 7018 welding rod for the last 2 passes. Alright, man. You want to flip over so penetration? This is the conclusion of the basic welding operations video. Sure you guys didn't join the Army to watch people weld. Hopefully command will get us back in here to do some more good training. Stay safe. Hopefully we'll be back to going to normal battle assembly soon. Later.